What's up? What's up? What's up, Facebook fam? It is Tuesday, and you know what goes down here on Tuesday. Wife Life with Gail goes down here, and today I am going to be chatting it up. It is Tuesday, and I'm just excited. I am literally excited. This is my last. This is going to be my last one for 2020, right? It is. This is crazy. White chat for 2020 is this is the last one. You guys, thank you so much for joining me on here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But like wife chat, this is our last one for 2020. The next time I see you guys, it'll be 2021. So I'm excited about it. Make sure that you're hitting the share button. Let all my one sexy wife know that wife chat with Gail is going down here tonight. And again, I hope you guys had an amazing, amazing Christmas. I know that we did. Thank you guys so much for voting on our annual gingerbread competition. This is the first year that I've lost, and we've been doing it for 3 years. And so I lost because I tried a new technique, but I'm not a sore loser. I'm a winner in every area. So again, thank you guys for participating in that. And so again, thank you guys for hopping on. And so tonight, for our last wife chat of 2020, right? I want to talk to you about five essential ingredients for intimacy, not sex, intimacy. And intimacy has nothing to do with sex, right? Intimacy is something that you cultivate outside of the bedroom in order to have amazing sex. And intimacy is something that helps maintain a marriage be way beyond sex. When intimacy breaks down in a marriage, that is what can cause so many other things to break down in the bedroom. And so, again, as I conclude 2020, like I said, I'm so optimistic. I know it has been a rough year for so many people. I know that we have lost some loved ones. I know that some people have been in some financial situations, but just know that God is still good. He is still showing up. He is still doing amazing, amazing things. And again, Johanna, Expressions, all of you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sharing. I truly appreciate you. And like I said, as we close off Wife Chat, well, man, it's like, where did the year go? I've been doing Wife Chat now for 4 years. And I thank you guys so much for all your questions that have came in throughout this year and through other years. And my prayer when I started Wife Chat was that I get a chance to really engage and give you the information that you are seeking as wives. And as we step over into 2021, again, I am so committed in giving you guys the information that you want, that you need to enhance your marriages, take it to the next level, and just really thrive at this thing that we call marriage. So let me give you the very first ingredient that you need to add if you're not doing it is communication, right? You need to be able to communicate your needs or your wants and your desires when it comes to intimacy. And a lot of times we fail at this because we don't really know what we need, want, or desire from our husbands. And it's hard for somebody to meet your needs, wants, and desires when you don't know them yourself. So before we cross over into 2021, if you're struggling with intimacy, because that is literally the glue, the bond that will keep you together. Sex is an added bonus, but that bond that you need, that tingling feeling that's in the pit of your stomach when you see your spouse, not a bad one, but one that says, this is the guy for me, right? And so be able to communicate your needs, your wants, and desires. That is key to absolutely anything. And if you don't know them, I say get a piece of paper and really start journaling it so you can have a conversation with your spouse and say, as we cross over, we're going to get our intimacy game up, right? And I guarantee you, if we get our intimacy game up, everything else is going to flow. So communication. Number two, making your spouse and your marriage a priority. Again, I know it is hard, especially when you're working and if you have kids at home and you got parents that you might be caring for, and you're just being pulled in 1,000 different ways, right? And sometimes we think that our spouses are okay because they're not saying anything, they're not asking for anything. And that is another reason why we need to be doing these marriage checkups at least twice a year. But making your spouse in your marriage a priority, right? And that is hard, especially when it's been such a roller coaster year. But this is the person that you said you wanted to spend the rest of your life with, right? And if there's problems in the marriage, fix it. It takes a long, long time to get in a bad situation, but fix it. It is worth it. Literally, it is worth it. And at BSB 2021, I have Judge Lynn Toller, that used to be on divorce court and now is in on marriage boot camp, coming to talk to the women who attend BSB 2021 about what divorce will cost you. And it's more than just money. And I really want you guys to really think about this, right? So many people are walking away from their marriages, but so many people saying, you know what? Give me one more round. Allow me to invest in my marriage in order for me to get the fruits of my labor. And so let me just tell you, the single women is out there and they want to be married. They want to be in a covenant. You have a marriage, so make it as great as you can. So make your marriage a priority. Number 3, take time to have fun. Take time to have fun. I have been coaching so many couples this year. God has, I mean, literally, the people are like, okay, I don't want to throw in the towel, but we can't fix it ourselves. And one of the biggest things that I have found, right, in this whole entire thing is that married people have stopped having fun. They literally have stopped having fun. And the thing is, because we have allowed so many other negative things to infiltrate our marriages and to weigh us down and to think about all the negative stuff. But let me just tell you, have, infuse, figure out how you can have fun again. Figure out how you can smile again. Figure out how you can laugh again, right? Do some, like the other day, Gil and I turned on some music and we was doing karaoke, right? We were doing karaoke. We pulled out some board games. Like we just literally had fun, right? I understand that we're all confined and we can't do a whole bunch of different things, but infuse some things where you can have fun. We had a 90s dance off, like for real. And I used to hold up a club. Let me just tell you, I know how to do it all. I know how to do, I'm dating myself, doing the butt. We did the kid and play. We did it all, and we just had fun. And of course, our kids was just laughing at us because they are like, "That's called the song." So no, brother, it was called this before y'all done renamed it or whatever. But learn to have fun, right? We did karaoke, and he didn't know half of the words, and I didn't know half of the words or whatever. And with all these different apps, you could get karaoke on your phone, on your computers. Like we have so many different things at our disposal, but we don't take time to utilize them, right? Because we're just thinking about all the negative things. Think about some positive things that you can infuse in your marriage just to have fun. And literally, we just laughed. We had a great time. Like I said, our kids was home for the holidays, especially my oldest one who's in the military. And so, like, we just let them be the judge. And Gil and I, like, literally had fun, right? Where we were just laughing, where we was crying, right? Because, like, I was throwing out some dance challenges, and he's like, "You actually remember that?" I'm like, "Yeah, boy, I remember that kind of thing." So just learn to have fun. Number 4, schedule time for sex. And a lot of people like, "Gail, why should I schedule it?" Because if you don't schedule it, you won't do it. You know why? Because you're so busy with 1,000 different things on your plate that at the end of the night, you have nothing left. So schedule it like you schedule every single thing else. You schedule your Zoom meetings. You schedule to get on here. Thank you, Jesus. You schedule to do everything else. Schedule to have quality sex where you're not tired. Your mind is not bogged down or anything like that, because sex is good for the marriage. It's good for your blood pressure. It's good for circulation. It's good for headaches. It's good for so many different things. If you want me to give you a list of benefits, I could do that too. But schedule to have regular sex, right? It literally helps with the heart. It helps with so many different things. So schedule to have sex. And number 5, show a little appreciation for your spouse before we tick over to 2021, even if it's been a rough year. And I had challenged my wives who are on my email list, and I even posted it on here. That I have a free 30-day days of gratitude, right? And we as women can literally tick off 1,000 things that our husbands do wrong on a daily basis, but we sometimes have a hard time ticking off what they do right. And this 30-day challenge is just something where you just say, today I am grateful that you took out the trash. Today I'm grateful that you made breakfast. Whatever that is, find something that you can be grateful for and show gratitude towards your husband. And at the end of the 30 days, you gift him the little booklet. And like I said, it's totally free and it's on my website. And literally, God made me do this about 8 years ago with Gail. And literally, it brought a tear to his eyes because he said, I always hear what I'm not doing right. And I thank you so much for looking and seeing the things that I do right? Because I was always talking about, you didn't do this. Yeah, what about this? We can always talk about what they're not doing. But let me just tell you, I have dealt with husbands from around the world. And when we look at our situations, not saying that I'm negating anything, right? But sometimes when we look at our situations, if you could hear some of the things that I coach and counsel people through, you would literally go and kiss your husband and say, I am so sorry for, not appreciating you, right? I've coached people, their husbands ain't had no jobs in 5 years and don't plan to work. I coach husband, like it's been so many different things. And let me just tell you, we have so much to be grateful for, right? First of all, he chose you, right? He chose you. Not saying that everybody's marriage is perfect, not saying that you're not going to have any problems, but just look at some positive things that you can say, okay, for 30 days, I can give him something positive, right? And so that's to show some appreciation because you're still here. You're still here to get it right. I talked to a wife that was in one of my coaching programs earlier this year, and her husband, God forbid, and it makes me want to cry. He lost his battle with COVID the other day. And she called me and she was like, Gail, if I only had the opportunity to say this, if I only had the opportunity to cook that meal that he asked me to cook before he went into the hospital. And I never thought that he wasn't coming out. So when we look at life totally different, when we look at our spouses totally different and we are able to see the good, right? And I understand what it is when you're not in a good space, you're not communicating, things are not flowing financially and all of the, I get it, I do. But let me tell you, when you step back from the situation and you say, God, I see this, and you've given me one more opportunity to get this right. One more opportunity to say I'm sorry. One more opportunity to say I love you. One more opportunity. Because let me just tell you, tomorrow is not promised to none of us. Absolutely none of us. And I don't want us to go into 2021 not getting it right. And so my prayer is that you take these 5 essential ingredients and infuse them and get the intimacy back that has been missing in so many of our marriages. And again, hi Tanya, how are you? Hi Lisa, how are you guys? Thank you so much for joining me. So I'll repeat it. Be able to communicate your needs, your wants, and desires. Number 2 is make your spouse a priority. Make your spouse a priority. Even if you got so much on your plate, clear some time just to spend some quality time. Number 3, take time to laugh, have fun, infuse some fun into your marriage. Because again, I get a chance to talk to married people all over the world. I'm coaching people over in the UK, over in Australia and Japan right now. And let me tell you, their biggest thing is they forgot to have fun because they're letting everything else weigh them down. Number 4, schedule sex on a regular basis. Schedule it, because if you don't schedule it, you're not going to have it. And number 5, show some appreciation to your spouse. And my prayer is that you guys get to working on your game plan to have these ingredients of intimacy in your marriage stepping over into 2021. And again, I am so grateful that we was able to spend this year together, right? And when I see you next year, which will be next Tuesday, right? My prayer is I'll begin to answer some more questions that have been coming to me, and I appreciate your questions. Just know if you have any question, I am 100% open to answering any of your questions. You can DM me here on Facebook. You can hit me up through my website. I'm always here if you would like to just chat. I offer a free 15-minute discovery call. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I really am trying to help you and you get you in a position where you win in every area of your life, and especially in marriage. Again, if you have not registered for BSB 2021, what are you waiting for? And I'm telling you, I'm going to cut it off because my goal is, even though this is virtual, I want to make sure that I'm able to mail you guys your sexy goodie bags. So, my team was like, you're going to have to cut it off at a certain time so I could get you guys your goodie bags and all those kind of things. You can just go to gailcrowder.com, click on the BSB tab, bringing sexy back to the marriage tab for people who don't know what BSB is. And again, I love you guys to pieces. I truly, truly do. Have like, oh my God, I just can't say it. Have a happy new year. This is like crazy. Have a happy new year. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Social distance. Be nice to one another, because I'm telling you, people are acting straight crazy out in these streets. And I will see you next Tuesday. Okay, I will see you next Tuesday. Be safe. I love you guys. Bye-bye.